Welcome back. Today we are looking at the task scheduler problem. This is a very common interview question that tests your ability to optimize processes using a greedy approach. It sounds complex, but it's actually about efficient ordering. Here is the setup. You are given a list of tasks, represented by letters like A, B, and C. You also have a cooldown period, represented by the number, and your goal is to arrange these tasks so they finish in the shortest amount of time possible. The constraint is that the same task cannot run twice in a row without waiting for n intervals. Let's visualize the cooldown rule. If n equals 2 and you execute task A, you cannot execute task A again immediately. You must wait for 2 time slots. These slots can be filled by other tasks, or if you have no other tasks ready, the CPU must sit idle. If we look at an example with 3 A's and 3 B's and a cooldown of 2, a naive approach might try to run all A's then all B's. This is invalid because the A's are too close together. A valid approach interleaves them. A then B, then an idle slot, then A again. This respects the rule. To solve this efficiently, we use a greedy strategy. We always want to schedule the task that appears the most frequently. In this chart, task A appears 6 times. It is the bottleneck. By placing the most frequent task first, we establish the framework that all other tasks must fit into. Think of the most frequent task as creating cycles. If we have 4 A's and n is 2, we need to place the A's. Between each A, there must be 2 empty spots. We create groups or rows of size n+1. The last A doesn't strictly need a cooling period after it because the job is done. Once we have the structure set by the most frequent task, we simply fill the empty spots with the remaining tasks. Here, we fill the gaps with B and C because we prioritize the most frequent task. We minimize the chance of running out of filler tasks. There are 2 main outcomes. Case 1 is when we have many high-frequency tasks and not enough different tasks to fill the gaps. We are forced to have idle time. Case 2 is when we have plenty of variety. The gaps get filled completely, and the total time is simply the total number of tasks. We can calculate the minimum time mathematically without simulating every step. We take the maximum frequency -1 multiplied by n+1. Then, we add the count of tasks that share that maximum frequency. Finally, we take the maximum of this result and the total number of tasks. To wrap up, remember that frequency dictates the schedule. By identifying the most frequent element, we can determine the minimum skeleton of our timeline. We only introduce idle time if absolutely necessary. This greedy approach ensures the most optimal runtime.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.